Good evening to one and all present here. I, on behalf of SPARROW, welcome all of you to the ninth conversations being held to celebrate SPARROW's Silver Jubilee year. SPARROW has completed 25 years, which gives us both a sense of fulfillment, joy, and hope for the future. We have learned a lot in these years and also worked hard to make the archives what it is today. It has been a great experience, and the celebration is about how we have managed to make this journey successful despite various obstacles. Please do enroll yourself for the SPARROW tour to see and experience SPARROW's vast collections of books, history, recordings, films, print visuals, photographs, newspaper cuttings, posters, and publications. So, let's begin today's Conversations program. Today, Dr. C.S. Lakshmi will be talking to Kalyanee Mulay, a theatre actor. Dr. C.S. Lakshmi is one of the founder trustees and currently the director of SPARROW. She is also a Tamil writer who writes in the pen name of Ambai. Kalyanee Mulay is an actor and a performer from Maharashtra. She has been active in theatre and media since the past 9 to 10 years. After working as a professional actor in the theatre as well as television, she joined the National School of Drama, which is in Delhi. With the urge to polish her skills and to explore new languages of expression in theatre and performance. She has graduated from the National School of Drama with specialization in acting in the year 2012. She has also worked with and learned from eminent theatre directors and performance makers, not only from India, but from abroad as well. Some of them are Pandit Satyadev Dubey, Satish Alekar, Dr. Anuradha Kapoor, Robin Das, Tripurari Sharma, Annie Ruth, and many more. She has also done a course in Kudiyattam from the renowned guru, G. Venu. So, before we begin today's Conversations program, let's see some interesting photographs from a personal album. After looking at such interesting photographs, I very much want to know much more about your personal as well as professional life. I now welcome Dr. C.S. Lakshmi and Kalyanee Mulay to please come on stage and to transport us to the theatre world.
Kalyanee, you know, you're the youngest person I'm interviewing, and I'm most nervous for this because I don't know so much about theatre. I knew about so many other things, so you can feel very relaxed that you're going to teach us many things. You know, you sent us a note about yourself, and in that you very casually mentioned that you were born 7 years after your sister Varsha, when your parents were desperately wanting a son, but you were born a girl child. And they brought you up like a boy with the short hair and the cropped hair and the pants. And how was it? Was it as easy as you mentioned, or did you have any conflicts about whether you were a girl or a boy?
Just let me thank you, ma'am. And it's such an honor to be here with Sparrow while celebrating its Silver Jubilee. And thank you so much, all of you, for being here tonight. Yes. Actually, those years, like, I was born in 1988, 80s. So, and my sister is 7 years older than me. And apparently, I'm the youngest in my generation because we stay in joint family of almost 19 people that time. Now, I guess 15 or 13. So, as I remember, it wasn't so much about conflict. I was enjoying it, actually. And it was also about some comfort level because like my mother is a working woman and my sister had like long hair till her waist. So doing everyday breaths to like for both was I guess difficult for her. And so I had short hair, and yes, but I know it's something else. It's dynamics is something else. And of course, like having a girl child 7 years before, they were expecting a boy, and I was there. I also heard some some stories from my other relatives, like like your father came one day after to meet you and la 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 and so several things. But right now, what I know, like he's my best friend, and like whatever I've been doing till now is because of their support and everything. But that phase, I don't know, should I call it phase or should I call it early years of my life? Right now, whatever sortedness or questions I say I do have about this equal gender roles in life are actually outcome of that period, because I was almost a boy, like, and yeah, so.
Also, you had written that the earlier roles you played in school and all were that of a boy.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
So, like, did you feel any kind of pressure? Because later on, in later life, you're exploring the female body.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So I was just wondering, in this initial phase, maybe you didn't know then, but did you feel any kind of pressure?
Pressure, I don't know. Like I'm right now when I'm like looking at it objectively, I may say yes, I guess there was, but that time I didn't know about it. And the first role as a boy, what I did was every actor says that Ganesh Utsav has a role in their life. Like everybody has explored once in a while, like once in their lifetime, that we are performing in Ganesh Utsav. So my sister was performing. Like she used to do Kathak that time, and she said, I want to like dance, and she was doing, I think, this Radha na bole, and she said, I want Krishna. I said, like, you want Krishna? Yeah, I want Krishna. So somebody will stand there like that, and I knew that it's going to be me. And Okay, you're going to be Krishna. And I do remember being manhandled by her friends and everybody. So I was standing there as Krishna. So it was my first role as boy. But even in school, how funny is this? I studied in co-ed school, Adarsh Vidyalaya in Nasik. So, but even in gathering, like boys refused to dance. Somehow they said, why will dance? Like girls will do dancing and all stuff. We'll do something else. So our teacher was like, there is no boy to dance. So what we are going to do? But our list was bigger, and they said, so some girls have to perform as boy, and I was the first one. Like I'll do that. It's about dancing. It's about our activity. Let's do that. It doesn't matter. And then 4 of us like did boys role, and I danced as boy, like with Kajal, Mushtaq, and everything. And again next year it continued. But it continued till my 11th.
Oh, really?
Cause like not continued, I'd say, but I had this at background cause
Till your 11th year or 11th standard?
11th standard, I'm saying.
My
yeah.
God, that's a long time.
No, but I did like girl role, and like I did princess in Albatya Galbatya, like this is children's play. So I played princess, and I was playing several roles by that time. But why I'm mentioning this 11th standard thing, because 11th, I guess it was my 12th science, not 11th.
Yeah.
And we did a play earlier year in 11th, but when I was in 12th, and everybody like thought that she's not going to perform, this is her 12th, and science, she won't be doing theatre or something. And so nobody was so much interested, because I studied in military college, and it was of more sports culture than culture. So like nobody was there to do a play, but there was one girl. She said, I have written a script, and I thought that we are going to perform something, and there is nobody, and no boy is there to perform. And I'm like, what is it? Give me your script. And I just read it, and I said, okay, let's do it. I'm like, let's do it. Where is the boy? Here's the boy. Let's do it. And I wore Mushtaq and a wig, and that was my that year I actually got somehow rank in the competition of best acting and something, and somehow I wonder, like, even in 12th I perform as a boy, and I was quite okay with it. It was about doing play, natak karna hai wala tha wo. It wasn't about, okay, I have to play boy, okay, let's do that.
And you were quite cool about it, it looks like. Tell us something about your sister, Varsha. What did she do when you were doing all this?
She's a good girl. Like, good at study. My elder sister, like, this 7 years of gap, I do not know about how it is different when you just have 1 year of gap or difference or 2 years of difference. I had this 7 years of difference. So all the time I was her responsibility, half of the time, because both working parents and I was staying in joint family. So, and I remember she used to come with me, like we studied in the same school, and my school was in the morning and hers in the afternoon, but she used to come with me, and she used to stay back at, in school. I used to come back home happily, and she used to continue her school. So she cared for me a lot, and frankly and honestly, she influenced me in several ways, because she is an amazing dancer. Like she studied Kathak, but she didn't complete it, I think, because she was more on her, she did pharmacy. But many ways, like, of course, related to theatre, she was a dancer, her expression, still I am afraid to dance in front of her, because she can catch me anytime, like, hey, what are you doing? This is not correct or something. But also, the way she struggled, she was the first one, I suppose, to go and live in hostel from her family, and she had to struggle for that. And my parents supported her, but like living in joint family is such a fun, because it's always full, and we are with each other, and all festivals are always full. It gave me a way of thinking, like looking at things from several different point of view, because in there everybody has their own opinion about one single thing. So even one decision in the family was actually governed by several people's, like several person's opinion. So also during, she wanted to go and study pharmacy, my father supported her eventually. she wanted to go to Ahmednagar, which is like she had to stay in hostel for that. And she went there, and I was like, yes, that's what is happening. And she wanted to learn, she wanted to go there and stay, like she had to stay there because it's there, and she did it. And yes, of course, like in several ways, she has influenced me a lot.
Yeah. Also, like you said, that in a joint family we have different points of view.
Yes.
But there are also certain restrictions of freedom. And unless you have supportive parents, it becomes very difficult for a girl to like go out of the joint
Yes,
family and
completely,
do things.
completely.
So I feel that way your parents have been wonderful. Tell me something about your mother, Rekha. You have mentioned that she's a poetess.
Right.
So can you tell us something about her?
Yeah. She, yeah. She has her own struggle. Like for me, she's patience personified. For me, she's adjustment personified. For me, she's she's my superwoman, because if I go back in time, the way she has struggled and where she is right now, and she has brought us. I'm sorry. It's been a tough journey for her in her earlier time, because they are 5 siblings, 4 sisters, 1 brother, youngest brother, and she lost her parents when she was in her 11th, I guess, and first her mother, and then 11th, right? Oh. Yeah, at first her mother and then father, and her elder sister was married by that time, and then she had to take care of 2 little sister and 1 brother. And in the morning she did her college, in the afternoon she did her job, and in the evening she take tuitions and all. And I knew, like, an incident, like when I earned my first salary of some sort while doing serials or something, or it's that time, and there was this price tag on sari, and like how should I explain it? What she said, like after coming out of that shop, she said, "Do you know something? At that time, I bought a sari of 60 rupees, and I was giving it like in installments. The 60 rupees, I was paying it by installment that time." And I was like, that's why we are here. That's why we are here, and that's why we can think differently, because you're there. And yes, she writes poems, awesome poems. And in my early years, like I was I was very hyper child, and with bursting energy of some sort. I don't know why. Because I was alone in my, like all of them, my aunts, my uncle, my grandparents were there, my parents were out for work, and my sister is like, we had this substantial like gap in between us. And my another cousin and my sister, they were classmates. They were in same school and classmates. So they had their own friend circle. And I always have spent my time alone after coming back from school, because I had many friends in school, and like they were staying far from our house. So what I used to do were like different things and plays. And one day she thought that it's not good that she's like just staying here at home. She should do something. And she found out some summer camp for me, which was like personality development camp or something. And she sent me for that. And for the first time in my life, I stayed like 4 days away from home and all. And the first day I was crying and all. But I know why she did it, why both of them, like why they sent me there, and what has started from then. And in my initial time, one of whatever, like I used to write, still I write. It's because of her. Maybe it's hereditary, I don't know. She used to write speeches for me.
She writes poems in Marathi.
She writes, but it like I cannot call her official poetess because it's not published. Never published. She doesn't.
She does write.
She does writing, and coincidence is that in between like some years she was not writing anything, and it just last week thing that she called me suddenly and she said, we were talking about several things, I went for a meeting and I was sharing how was it and everything, and she said, I have written a poem, you want to hear? I was like, please, please go ahead, like it's been many years in between. And yeah, she actually like सोचता नहीं है अभी क्या करे, इतने काम में नहीं सोचता है, but suddenly she said, I have written something, would you like to hear? Like, please go ahead. And she used to write speeches for me. She encouraged me to write for, like, you can also write, you should write. And I started writing too. But yes, like earlier years, her support and like, you can also write, and she was already writing. It meant a lot, of course.
How come they sent you to the military college?
I went there. I went there.
You did science there, right?
Yeah, I did.
And
For
you
science, I was.
wanted to be Kalpana Chawla.
Yes.
Then what happened?
Yes. Since my 8th standard, I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be Kalpana Chawla. I wanted to study aeronautical engineering. That time I didn't know that people call them aeronautical engineering, but that time I wanted to become astronaut. But for that, like my cousins and everybody suggested me, then for that you need to study hard and stop your other cultural activities and other things. Your energy is like going here and there. If you want to be Kalpana Chawla, then you have to study hard. Then I'm like, oh yes, I have to study hard. And I don't know, but it's been there. Like even I used to do karate.
Yeah.
In earlier time, I did it like from my 4th standard to 8th standard. I did Goshen. I learned karate in Goshen-Ryu style, and like.
What was the style?
Goshen-Ryu style. There are several schools of karate.
Karate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Goshen-Ryu, and I did till I did examination. I completed till 6th Q blue belt, but my training is still brown belt, which is just earlier to black belt. But I left it in between because I had some like appendix operation and all. Then again my 10th, so I left it in between. But I would love to continue it further sometime. So all the time this has been there, that some sort of obsession with uniform.
Yeah.
And also like now when I think about karate, I think that being an actor and this right now the way I'm working is much more physical. So actually karate gave me discipline of physical discipline, and in earlier years which is actually very important for a child. So which was there, but inside that time I had Kiran Bedi in my head.
Oh.
I wonder, I do have this photograph, and my father and me, we tried to find it out to send it to you with police uniform and doing salute or something. So all the time it has been like that. And also Kalpana Chawla was again an icon. So yes, but also astronomy was my passion, my hobby. I used to read about it. Also, like I used to collect all magazines of Nat Geo and all, and so to continue that passion, I wanted to become an astronaut that time, and I opted for science after my 10th. And even before that, I was doing theater, somehow some summer camp, some children theater workshop, or some plays for children. I used to do some stuff like that, and speech competition, debate competition, and storytelling competition or essay competition in school, and the school gatherings I used to do. But not theater. Theater was happening till that time, and I went to military college after 10th because I had good grades, but not that good that I could get an admission to the best college for science, and other options were too bad, and this is again was the best option amongst them. And also I thought that in a military college, I'll do other stuffs too, because they must have air wing for NCC or something, so I'll do gliding or something, so I should go to military college. But eventually that didn't happen. I did gliding or some all stuff outside my college. So I went there, and already I was a sports person, so they were interested that are you going to participate in our sports activities? Like we do have some sort, and the first question I asked, and what sorts of cultural activities like here we do cultures? We do sports. Yeah, sports, but like play, because I heard that there is this which one? Alpha Mahakarandak, we used to say this. ZTV used to organize one act play, intercollegiate one act play competition. I said, I have heard about it. Are we going to do this? No. This is not the culture. We don't do theatre that much. And theatre is long, but not cultural activities, that was. And so some of us initiated, and we did theatre in military college.
Military college.